Hi YouTube, welcome back. Today we're going to make a very budget-friendly dinner for a large family. Stay tuned. So a couple of months ago, I saw a collaboration that another YouTuber had started, Back to Basics with Teresa. I will link her channel down below. She had started a collaboration for budget-friendly meals for about $5 for a family. And I thought, that's awesome. Great idea. However, feeding my family on $5 is near impossible. There are 6 of us in the house, including a 6-foot-tall 17-year-old and my almost 13-year-old daughter, plus myself and my husband, and then 2 young boys. So for most recipes, I have to double it, just to make sure there's enough. And then, you never know when one of the kids' friends are coming over, or one of the neighbors. So I always like to have a little bit extra food for dinner just in case. So what I came up with was broccoli quiche. Didn't quite make the $5 mark, but I got it in at 6. So first let's look at our ingredients. Okay, first thing, this is going to make 2 quiches, so you're going to need 2 deep dish pie crusts. You can get them from Walmart for about $1.78. This is more cheese than I need for this recipe. You need about 1.5 cups of cheese. You can get a 2-cup bag for about $1.88. 1 bag of broccoli florets. This is about $1.29. 1 dozen eggs. If you happen to have chickens, well, that's free, but I don't. So I like to shop at Aldi's, and they're 68 cents for a dozen, which is awesome. And then you need 1.5 cups of milk, and that runs around $3 a gallon here, generally speaking. Now, foil is very helpful, unless you have those little foil covers that go around the edges of pie crusts. I don't have those, so I just use foil. I'll show you how I do it. That's easiest for me. Oh, and I also have the oven preheating at 375 degrees. It's all preheated now because it's been on for a little bit. But I take foil that will cover the whole pie shell. And then I take a sharp knife, something small and workable, not a big butcher knife, and I actually cut the circle around from the inside. Like so. Make sure you didn't get any little foil pieces inside. I did that the first time. So then we are going to heat just the shells in the oven for 6 to 10 minutes at 375 to get them cooking a little bit so that they're done down in the middle. Let's get them in. Now while those are going, we're going to get everything else prepped and ready. Alright, I've gone ahead and cracked all 12 eggs and put them in my mixing bowl. Now we're going to add 1.5 cups of milk. Would you put the milk away for me, please? Yeah. Thank you. Now, salt and pepper to taste.
Hi, YouTube. Hi.
You want your broccoli thawed and drained. And I like to rinse it a little bit under warm water just to make sure Everything is good. Unless you have fresh broccoli, then you might want to cook it for a couple of minutes ahead of time. Pie shells are done.
Yeah.
You want to give me a pot holder?
Yep. Oh, a Bowser.
I like to put them on cookie trays after they come out of the oven at least. It makes it easier for pulling in and out when it has the egg mixture in it because it will be really sloppy. Be careful. All right, I have got my broccoli. It's thawed, rinsed, and drained. And I've turned my oven down to 350. Now you're going to take your broccoli and put it into pie shells, just about half and half. You can break it up into smaller pieces if you want, or you can leave it in bigger pieces. That is personal choice. Now that you have your broccoli however you want, I've broken mine up into smaller pieces. Then you're basically just going to take a nice big handful of cheese, mix it in there. If you've measured out your cup and a half of cheese, you're going to use half of it for inside the quiche, and the other half goes on top. I just eyeball it. Because you've got to leave enough room for the eggs. And now you're ready to pour the egg and milk mixture. You want to split it halfway between the two pie shells. I love these mixing bowls with the pour spout. Makes this so much easier. Now we cover with a little bit more cheese. Now we're going to get it in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. Now, a great thing about this recipe is its versatility. You can put anything you want. You don't have to put the broccoli in. You can just have egg and cheese. You could put, let's see, one time we did sausage, cut up sausage in there. You could do bacon. You could do spinach. Anything that you want, you can throw in a quiche. It's pretty awesome that way. And if you make your own crust, all the better. It'll be even cheaper. I am not good at making pie crust, so I buy the prepackaged ones, either with the tin or without the tin. I'm not as happy with the ingredients that way, but there's less frustration, which is always good. They're all done. It's time to eat. Now, one reason why you should use a cookie sheet or something underneath them is because they can sometimes spill over while they're cooking in the oven. That's okay. It's just extra goodies. If you have a dog or something, they'll love it. Let's get this cut up and served. Doesn't that look delicious? It smells so good. Well, I hope you liked my first cooking video. Thanks for watching. And remember, life's an adventure. Thanks for joining me in mine. God bless.
Bye.